greetings, greetings. I hope you can hear me. I hope I find you well. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Yeah, I hope I find you well. Please share. We're going to share this as much as we can. Give me a minute. I'll share then some more. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. And some more. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Share. So next, we're gonna send some more. Good morning, greetings. Just bear with me. We will start shortly. Just trying to send it to as many people as possible. Yeah, greetings. Yeah, greetings, greetings, greetings. You're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Greetings, greetings, greetings. I'm gonna try and get a few things done. I hope you can see me. Yeah, you can. Sorry about that. Oops, what's going on today? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You need to follow exactly what I tell you. So we'll be back shortly. We just don't worry. We're just testing it out. We're testing it. I'll be talking about what you see on the screen, and I want to make sure that is working fine. That's why I'm doing this chat interview. We'll end colonial exploitation. We have to end it, and that is all of Africa. Many people don't understand, but we'll continue. So please continue to share. I know YouTube is going to be difficult because YouTube have actually. I was trying to do something and they didn't understand what I was trying to do. I was trying to connect it and make it, work, but they've decided to use it as an excuse to bring anything I do to just. We are being monitored. It's fine. It's fine. Go and join me on Circle, CIRCO. So let's go and do this now. Let's do this now. Okay. Go live. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Greetings, 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 greetings to you all. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Hope you can hear me. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Let's just do something. Greetings to you all. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Let us do something here. Greetings, greetings, greetings. So we're gonna start off shortly. Just give me a minute, please, as you're watching. So I'm just playing around. It's just me. Just testing the system. Greetings, greetings to you all. We're going to start shortly. We have to end exploitation on the African continent, and that requires a collective effort. All too often, we have been making a mistake, but we'll come and talk about that. So you're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Let me just make sure I'm in the right place. Sorry, I'm not behind. I'm not trying to hide. I'm just trying to get a few things done. So you will see my. I'm going to get it working. I just need to make sure it is in the right order. That's all. So, greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome. Those of you on YouTube, they're being funny with me. It doesn't matter. Please make sure you share to people and also follow us on TikTok. So, welcome TikTokers and YouTube. We're going to be going live shortly. Greetings, greetings, greetings. You see, greetings, greetings, greetings. Greetings to you all. Greetings, greetings, greetings. I hope you can hear me all right. I'll be bringing people up shortly. But let me just do something quickly. So we are just going to be getting this right. I know what's going on, but it doesn't matter. So give me a minute, please. Just give me... Right, we're going to get in. Then we can then begin properly. So we will share to as many people. As you're watching, please share and share to as many people as possible. Tap and share and share and share and share. I'll try and do the same thing here as well. So we are going to talk about the issue here. And now, what is the issue? Let me bring it up. We must end colonial exploitation. We must end colonial exploitation. But before I go too far ahead, let me go and share it as far as possible. As you're watching, tap and share, 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 tap and share. I'm trying to reach as many people as I can with the broadcast, and I hope people can see it and join me. So just give me a minute. We will get things done, and we're going to talk about things. And we'll talk about what's going on in what happened in Burkina Faso. It's happened in Burkina Faso, in Niger, and in Mali. It's not by accident. It happened in Sudan also. So this is all over Africa. We need to work together to free Africa. No more talk now. We need collective action. So those of you watching, please share, tap and share, share, tap and share, tap the screen, hold and share. It's very easy, very straightforward. We can send it to as many people as possible. So let me just do that quickly. Yeah, okay. So we're going to put it in there. Just give me a minute, please. Oh, it's not doing that now, is it? Not now. Come on, don't do this now. Okay, good. Okay, we'll come back to that. 1 second, please. Just bear with me. We will get there. I'm just trying to make sure I get everything in where it should be. It's very important we get everything where it should be. It's very, very important that we do so. So just bear with me. Okay, we'll come back and then we'll do this. Because I want to share it so we can reach as many people as possible. It's very important that we do so. I think it's very of immense importance that we begin to share the broadcast, and you will hear me talk shortly. But I just wanted to make sure that we could do it. So there are so many things to talk about. There are so many issues going on. But we will start, as you all know, the way we start. But just give me a minute. Whoops. Paper flying everywhere. So we will, as you're watching, tap and share, tap and share, tap and share. You're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Greetings to you all. Okay, so let's do this again and do this now. This time we do it this way. Okay. Okay, so there. Okay. There. Okay. Next. Send. So we're going to try and send it to as many people as we can. You know, it's very important that we do that. Okay, so I'll come back anyway. I'll come back and I'll be doing it in between the broadcasts as well. But yeah, tap and share. Tap and share. Welcome on board. Welcome. You're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Today, we are going to talk about, I want to make sure you can hear me. Can you hear me? I want to make sure you can hear me. Yeah, let me know. Can you hear me? Can you all hear me? Yes, you can. You can hear me. Yeah, Earth Angel, let me bring you on board straight away. Fantastic. And I'll bring others on as well. I'm going to invite you and invite others as well. It is really important that we continue doing the work that we're doing. Multi-guest. Greetings to you all. Greetings. As you do come in, I will be bringing you in. Today, we're going to talk about the colonial exploitation. Before we go ahead, let us go do what we normally do. We are going to listen to this song, the great song. Sorry about that. That's not it. The song I wrote is called How Long Will I Go to Suffer? And you will hear it as we speak right now. Okay. Here we go. Ha! Since never. My people know I throw a salute. Hey. Me una here. Yes, sir. Here we go. How long gonna go this suffer? How long? Tap and share. How long gonna go this suffer? How long gonna go this suffer? How long go? How long gonna go this suffer? My people, we don't tire inside Nigeria. Now slave camp we there, oh. Now so my people, we don't tire for the country where them they call Nigeria. Now slave camp, oh. Stand on that where we supposed. Stand up for our rights, oh. Stand up for our rights, oh. The time done that where we supposed. Stand up, oh, for our rights, oh, for self-determination. How long gonna go this suffer? How long gonna go this suffer? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? Oh, how long, my people? How long gonna go this suffer? Abdul Salam na fake man. Now he put that yeah constitution for your head, yo. Abdul Salam na fake man. Now military man come tell una say una yeah, constitution. Now in then they take close to my eye. Oh, me una wake up, oh. Moka berenio, I just a wonder. 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 Berenio, I just a wonder. Moka berenio, I just a wonder. Moka berenio, I just a wonder. Moka berenio, I just a wonder. My people, I want me kuna know so. Self-determination, oh, now you're right, yo. My people, I want me kuna know so. Self-determination, now you're right, yo. You must fight for your right. You must stand for your right. You must get up, stand up. You must tell your people for your village, for your town, for your city, and inside country where you live. Oh, Atiku, Emiloko, Opita Obi no be the solution. Now the solution, now be the solution. Make una wake up, make una wake up. Time down now. You be Yoruba man, you be Biafra. I want make una know say self-determination, now you're right, you. Hey, 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 na your land, yo. Middle belt na your land, yo. Hausa land na your land, yo. Biafra land na your land, yo. No be Nigeria, no be Nigeria, no be Nigeria, no be Nigeria. La, 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 la. Greetings and welcome to you all. Greetings. Welcome to you all. How are you all doing? It's Citizen AY here. Welcome and thanks for joining me again on this special broadcast about Africa. The platform is designed to hear and ensure that we talk about all things Africa and bring that to our attention. It is very, very important that we continue to raise the awareness. 1 second, please. I just got a message. I want to quickly answer them. Okay. So, it is very, very important that we continue. Now, look at the list of what I put up on there. I'll come up to you shortly, Ethangel. Look at the list of what I put up on the screen. Greetings. Look at the list. On that list, it talks about the colonial powers using the following to keep Africa divided. They use coups. Where we had that? A lot of coups. People don't realize, but the whole of Africa has been controlled by coups by the colonial powers. They've been unaliving Africans, which means our lives don't mean anything. But I'll come back and talk about that later. I'll give you examples. Tribalism. They use poverty. Now, Africa is very fertile, but they create poverty on the African continent. Because they keep us divided, we're not able to interact and actually help each other on our continent. IMF and World Bank, indebtedness, to become in debt. They keep us in debt. Religion. Yes, Islam, Christianity. These are all systems. Greetings those of you on YouTube. Please give us a thumbs up. I know it's low. Facebook have done something to my platform just now, so it's going to be very low in numbers. I'm not surprised, but we'll carry on regardless. Please, as you're watching, give us thumbs up on TikTok. Help us grow the platform and help us share it. And of course, then I talk about religion, miseducation. You know, there is a long list. And of course, don't forget, I will also include in that list enslavement of Africans. Enslavement of Africans. We don't even know. They call it different names. We're enslaved. And we need to wake up from that. But I'll come and talk about that. And of course, I talked about the issue about the women who have been enslaved in Iraq, for example. There are men, women enslaved in Arab countries, and many of them have had their kidneys removed without their say-so. You have no control over your body. And I'll talk about the system that we use to actually make that happen and how we're going to stop that. Now, let us go to my sister, Arthangel. Greetings. Let's hear from you. What would you like to say? As you're coming in, it's a pleasure to have you. Unmute and let's hear from you.
Hang on just a second.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. It's always a pleasure being here. I am happy to be a part of the movement. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
I'm not hearing anything.
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Now I am. Now I am. Okay. Yeah, it is paramount that we keep pressing forward with the unity movement. We must remain vigilant.
What I'm talking about here is this. If you look at the pew on the screen, what has happened is that in all parts of Africa, they have used that as what underpins their actions. So they've destabilized every part of Africa. And it's really, really important that we understand that. And the colonials are not just Western colonials. They are Eastern colonials as well. And what they've done is to constantly keep us in a diseased state, in a state of dis-ease. So they use all of these things. They use the coups. As we see, in fact, I'm going to get you a quick video. Let me play you a video to back up what I'm saying so that we can start understanding and connecting to what's going on here. Where is it? 1 second, please. Just give me a second. I'm just trying to check, give you an information that I have. And of course, we are going to talk about the issue of the exploitation of Africans, enslavement. The shocking thing about that, which you're going to hear, you will hear shortly. You will hear that also. And in fact, what I'm going to do this. I want to play, before I play that, listen to this. I want you to listen to this bit. Just listen to this here. You'll see it on the screen. Watch.
An armed group linked to Al-Qaeda claimed responsibility for an attack that killed 200 people and injured at least 140 in central Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
This is the latest in the deadly conflict between right-wing Islamist insurgents and the newly formed popular government led by Captain Ibrahim Traoré. This incident follows similar attacks in Mali and Niger and a series of recent coup and assassination attempts in the region. Analysts say this is part of a hybrid war the West is waging against the newly formed Alliance of Sahel States as the bloc removes the U.S. and France's long-held colonial control.
Indeed.
An armed group.
So we're going to stop that. So right there. So I'm going to move that. So you now see that they've done the same thing. They've sent these militia groups in to destabilize, and they've used some of the saboteurs in those nations, in Niger, in Burkina Faso, in Mali, to actually carry out this stuff. This is really, and it's called, they're using their name. We all know that Al-Qaeda was not created by Arabs. It was created by, anyway, we know the US and all of that stuff. That's another story for another time. But what I want you to know is that this is part of the coup plan. They will create these conditions in which they will use any means necessary to come in and to continue to keep control of Africa. We need to understand now that everything that we're talking about, I've just talked about coup. A coup happened in Sudan the other day. They attempted coup tried to happen in Sudan. And they sent drones into where they were doing, giving awards to new trainees or something. And they tried to unalive the leader of Sudan, I think. There was some, because they have factions in there, but there was one who's generally seen to be the leader. They tried to unalive him with 2 drones firing, stuff. These are, all of that. I need you to know that all of those equipment are coming from the West. And it's very important that we all begin to understand what is being done to oppress and suppress Africans on the African continent. And it's really unacceptable. So when I talk about coups now, and what they did, look at how they unalived Patrice Lumumba. Look at how they took away. Look at how they took out Kwame Nkrumah. Apparently the Queen, it is reported that the Queen of England said, "Oh, Nkrumah had to go to Korea to be the first one to come and discuss what they were going to discuss." And whilst he was out there, the coup took place in Ghana. Patrice Lumumba I've talked about. Kwame Nkrumah. You know what happened to Gaddafi. We know what happened to so many African leaders that have been. Thomas Sankara of Burkina Faso, many more like that. I can pack that. Okay, good. So now, what is really going on is that they use these coups. It is the basis of how they can maintain control, and they now put people into who are going to be puppets. Just a word on that. You all remember a man called Compaoré. Blaise Compaoré, the deputy to Thomas Sankara. He was the man that was used by a French under Francois Mitterrand take over to ensure that the planned freeing of Africans, freeing of the Burkinabe people from enslavement under the French was stopped. And in fact, Blaise Compaoré, he now all of the rules and all of the policies of the French was reimposed on the people of Burkina Faso once he took over, once he carried out the coup. And that tells you in no uncertain terms that was at the hands, that was the work of the French. That was the work of the French. And they've been doing this for a long time, not just the French, all of the colonial powers. They've been doing everything to keep Africa destabilized, and we have to be aware of that. We have got to put a stop to this permanently, once and for all. We've got to put a stop to it now as Africans. And we need to understand that all of the systems, they've created different systems to keep us in a state of dis-ease. And those systems are used to ensure that there is no stability anywhere on the African continent. If you look, in all parts of Africa, there's always some kind of a war situation going on. There's always some kind of a destabilization of some kind, whereby there's something happening in this place, there's something happening there, there's something happening there, all to create conditions in which there is no uniform stability on the African continent. And the quicker we realize that, this message is for those of us who are Christians and Muslims. When you are busy praying into those gods that they've given you, the Allah they give you, the Christianity they give you, when you are busy praying to those gods, these guys are out planning how to keep you enslaved. That is the plain fact. And we need to really understand that it is on us now to fix this now. We must support, and that's why I say we need to support the man you see in the screen next to me, Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. It's not by accident that he's on that screen. He is the leading man, along with the General Chani and, of course, Assimi Goïta. You will notice that they've tried to do infiltration. 2 days ago, I covered a broadcast, and I want to thank Nadi Boy, who on TikTok, who gave us the video. We did some translation live on air, where over 200 people were unalived by saboteurs working in conjunction with terrorists on ground. And in fact, Ibrahim Traore was on the scene to make sure that those people that were doing that were neutralized, and they were able to restore peace and calm. And many people are in hospital getting treatment that they should get, all paid for by Burkinabe. All of this is still in place whilst it's still coming out with the main plan of building, getting the mining of the gold done by his people, building their own funding agriculture, making sure they have mobile hospitals to go into communities until at least such a time they can now build their own hospital in those communities. These are realities of what is being done by Burkina Faso, and we need to state that. And it's very important that when we talk about this, that people are aware of what is being done by the system to try and keep Africa destabilized. They do not want any kind of progression going on. because they need that place. They need us. They need our nation and our continent to be in a dis-ease manner. So they use coups. And now, in fact, I'm going to mention also in under the coups, they have this economic hitmen that they send out. They send out, through the World Bank and IMF. I'll come back to that later on. Tribalism is another thing they use. The word tribalism is something that they designed. It's not part of what we are as Africans. We are kingdom dwellers. We have great kingdoms. Kingdom of Mali, Dogon Empire, Oyo Empire, Benin Empire, Dahomey, Empire, Songhai, many, many, many kingdoms that we have. And these are really, really important for us to understand how they're doing what they're doing. And because if we're going to put a stop to it, it's no longer about talking. It's now about taking collective action. One of the things that we're doing, you see, we are bringing information to you about, anything that's going on in the Sahel region. So that's one of the things we've been told. It is important that the work we're doing in raising the awareness of any attacks on any of those three, we bring it out. We talk about it. And people want to join. You can join, of course. There are many different ways. I don't want to say too much of how you can join here too much, because there are many other ways that can be done. But I'd rather that's going to be talked about in a different way. And of course, unless and until there is something that they put out officially as well, we want to make sure whatever ways they're using to bring people on, that is something that is actually maintained. But people can join, and we know people who are on ground who are actually doing that. So it's easy to get that done, and I might bring somebody to give us some ideas. But one of the things, I asked a question to one person, a Burkina Faso person, and he said the best way we can help them is really to share the information. And then the more we share it, the more it reaches more people, and then it makes it more clearer that, look, this is what is going on, and it makes it more difficult for those who are planning to come and take over Africa, to do what they plan to do. And that is very, very important for us to understand. The fact that at one time or the other, the French always seem to have their own frigates or ships around the West African coast. It's a sign of we are in control, and we need to there's something we need to do to deal with that. And not only that, those ships, they always come and take away, either by plane or by ship, our mineral resources. It is very important that we understand that. So this is what we are really homing in on. Let me quickly go and show you something which is quite harrowing about the situation where we find our women, who are our men and women who are in Saudi Arabia, and in Iraq, and all of the Arab countries, in Libya, in Morocco, and all of these places. It is very important that we actually expose what is going on here. Let me just get that information to you, then we'll come and talk about it. And also, I need to talk to you about the issue of, please, when they're telling you to go and join the Colonial, to join the Commonwealth Army as an African, please think about that, because I've shown a video, I think I've shown a picture of what happened to an African woman, Carrie Ann Knight. She was the face of the British Army, supposedly, and she was treated in such a racist manner that, I'm sorry, if you go and join the army, the Commonwealth Army, you will be facing the same conditions. I'm not saying that that's the evidence, and I think I've shown the video before, but I will no doubt show that again. Let me just see if I can get you some more information as we go along. Continue to tap and share. We welcome gifts. Somebody's let me see. I'm just trying to get one information to you. Then we'll come and talk about this the other thing. So the tribalism. They deliberately make sure that one tribe is against the other, and they give information against each other. They always send in people. Oh, look, this one has said you can't accept that. No, this is your stand. You must do this. We are here for you. And then they give each of those sides weapons. And then they start fighting each other. That's how the Tutsis and Hutsis, this is what they did. This is what the West did. And that's, in fact, the foundation for that word tribalism came from the work that they were doing to instill instability in Africa. And these are the kind of things that we need to begin to really understand as Africans too. If we're going to solve this problem, we have to go right to the root of the problem and begin to unpick it. And once we can unpick it, now we can now know, okay, now we know the game they're playing, and now we can now counter it. And part of countering it is, again, I talked about it. I've talked about the need for us knowing our constitutional rights as Africans on the African continent. That need cannot be overemphasized. We cannot say it enough. It is very important that people understand that it is very, very necessary for us to actually know our rights, hold this, hold our governance to account. And the governance, we don't, listen, let it be very clear. We don't have a democracy in Africa because those people that they put in there, they've been selected by the colonials. The system is, there's no democracy. And we are not, and that is evidenced by the fact that Africa is not a sovereign continent. We are not sovereign. We don't have freedom on our continent. They determine what happens to us. They determine who we talk to. They put military bases on our continent. They take our resources. They unalive our people without facing any consequences. How many of those presidents that were fighting back? Patrice Lumumba, Amilcar Cabral, Gaddafi, Thomas Sankara, and how many of them? And none of the people, the colonials who carried this out, have faced the consequences for their actions. None of them. And these are why we're saying we have to be aware of what is going on and raise that awareness and share information. So let me just bring this up quickly. I'm going to bring that up. Let me do this. No, Firefox. Okay. So I'll come and talk to you about the ladies in shortly. So it is important to understand that tribalism is an invention of the colonials designed to keep us divided. The more we continue that, we are just playing into their hands. We are just playing into their hands, and we need to put a stop to it, you know. Can you explain to, okay, Siaka Shogun, okay, thank you, yes. Just looking at it, at you, lol. Okay, Empress, okay, let me bring you, let me follow. Hi, how are you doing? I wonder if you wanted to, do you want to join in? I can throw you an invite if you want. And if anybody wants to join me, just throw me an invite. To put in a request, and I'll bring you on board. But I'm obviously what I want to do is just carry on with the broadcast for a while first, because it's important, the information that we're sharing. Now, let us go to poverty. There is no such thing as poverty on the African continent. Let me let that sit in. There is no such thing as poverty on the African continent. You know why? Africa is the most fertile land in the entire world. Empress, thank you very much. Thank you. Let me bring you up. I'll show you some invite, I think, if you want to join in. So if anybody wants to join, thank you so much, Empress, for the gift. Thank you to, of course, Akwe. Hi. Okay. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
No. I don't even know how to echo it.
Okay. One second. You carry it. Okay. Now, try now. Okay. I'll bring you in a minute. So I'll talk for a bit. Thank you very much. Thank you, and thank you for the gift, lime honey. Thank you. So, as we are saying now, what we're saying, it is really important that we understand that tribalism is an invention of the West. And of course, now we're going to go and talk about World Bank, IMF at the World Bank. How do they? Sorry, before I forget that, let me go to poverty again. African soil is fertile. Don't take my word for it. Let me show you something on the screen, because I like to back up what I'm saying. I don't want to just talk. African. So when they come with this GMO stuff, it's a lie. They are trying to use it to oppress us. Do our research, you know. So African soil is the most fertile in the entire world. So let me just make sure we begin to actually, bring all of this up. 1 second. Give me a second. I'm just trying to bring all of this up. So, and we're just going to read. So read what they say here. This is their words. This is their own words. They say Africa. While Africa, listen to the words. I'm going to put just hear me out. I want you to see those words. They say, while Africa has some of the most fertile land on the planet, you see, that backs up what I'm saying. The soils over much of the continent are fragile, often lacking essential nutrients and organic matter. How can you say they lack organic matter? It's the most fertile in the entire world. That's nonsense. You know? Exactly. So GMO is designed to oppress and control the food resources. Exactly. Adiremi. Well said, Adiremi. It is designed that way. You know, we don't need GMO. We don't need GMO at all. Our land is fertile. You see, phosphate. We have phosphate in our soil. Our soil is rich. You and I know, if you grow anything, if you put any seed in the soil, it will grow. We don't need fertilizers from them. We don't need GMO food. None of that. None of it. And this is what how they engineer poverty. That's what I'm trying to get to. The point is, Africa has got the fertile land, and they are engineering poverty. They are engineering poverty by making sure that our land, if you know, now when they put the GMO food, you can no longer grow your own seeds year in, year out. The seeds they give you is designed for you to go and buy from them, so that you are no longer independent. You see, food security means that you are independent of those who of any systems, and they want you to be controlled by their system. So they are forcing farmers off our soil. The poverty is generated by the system. The poverty that we see in Africa is generated by the colonials on the African continent. And this is why we have to really take control. We have to be listening. I hope those of you who are, those of you who are Christians and Muslims, and you are busy praying. Whilst you are busy praying, they are giving GMOs to destroy your land, to make your land dependent on the GMO crops that is full of all kinds of chemicals and harmful stuff for your body. Africa never used to have cancer. They never used to have all of these diseases, you know. And now, because of all of this GMO that they're putting in, guess what? It's rife. And what is worse? And for money, exactly. And what is worse is that we don't even have any medical system in place to deal with that. So all of this is all about control. So, and as Africans, we have to understand that poverty is a tool of oppression. Poverty is a tool of oppression often used by the West. And they make sure that poverty happens like this. They say they're chasing away farmers. The colonials they've got groups of people, terrorists, who are out in many countries, including Nigeria. Their role is to go and ensure that farmers are not able to go to farms. When farmers are not able to go to farms, then food becomes scarce, you know. Yeah, more development, less way for European development. Exactly, more development, J history. Let me bring you on board, and I'll add you as well. I'm going to accept you. Okay, so thank you. Those of you who are gifting the platform, continue to gift and share. We appreciate you. Continue to gift and share. So poverty is, you need to understand that poverty and Africa, they're not the same thing at all. This is an engineered poverty by the West. Farmers, people never go hungry. They may not have money, but they always have food. They can feed themselves. The system, by sending in groups of terrorists in areas, including Nigeria, to chase farmers off their land, that means the farmers cannot return to the farm. That means now, once they can't return to the farm, they're now forced to we'll give you food. And now another thing, please, any of the aids that you get from the Western countries in terms of food, be very suspicious of them. Be very suspicious. When they are giving you remember, let me tell you why. When when they came into the Americas, the Indians were having a lot of diseases. So they gave them blankets. Oh, here's a blanket. Will keep you warm. The blanket was filled with what? Smallpox that wiped out many, 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 many Indians. Oh, you know, and we now know there are melanated people. It wiped out close to 100 million of them. And they are still doing it now. So when they say they give you money, and when they say they are giving you help, help, they're giving you any aid. That aid often comes with very dangerous things. So the food that we are receiving, we should not allow anybody. You see, if somebody controls your food, they control what you do. Jay, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Let's hear from you. What would you like to say? Jay, go ahead.
I feel like when that rice, the rice that were given to like the people that came to protest in Nigeria, I think that rice isn't one way rice. I feel that rice is GMO. Because the government just can't be giving free food. Those guys they hate Nigerians normally, so for them to just start giving away free food, I know that food is possibly fake GMO rice. I don't think that food is real rice.
Exactly. So it is really important to understand as Africans, we have to separate the narrative. And you see what they do to make this poverty, to make you believe the poverty. They put it in their mainstream media and spread it all over Africa. Then everybody becomes to believe that Africa is poor. Africa is poor. No, we're not poor. Many of the fruits that you see and the tea that you see in the shops in the supermarket in UK, Europe, and everywhere else, they come from Kenya. They come from many other places. They come from in Africa. But they don't want you to know that your soil is fertile because they want you to be dependent on the system that they're imposing on you. These are real things that we have to understand. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I think it's echoing
Okay, hang on.
Okay, so I feel like when it comes to Europeans, I feel like it's not about the resources because, let me give Nigeria as an example. Nigeria has most of the oil, the whole of Africa, it's the biggest oil production company. Yeah. But the Europeans, they don't really care about the resources.
Published is the Silent Coup. It's a great book. You guys should follow this guy. Okay. He's saying so many truths. Is researching all over the world, going to Africa, researching all the economies and stuff like that. So it's a nice reading.
Sorry, what's his name again? What's his name? Just so I can check it. What's the name? Matt
Kennard.
Matt Kennard.
Yeah.
Matt Kennard.
It's WT Matt.
Yes.
And Kennard is double N as well.
Okay, Kennard.
Yeah.
Kennard.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt Kennard.
Yeah.
And the Silent Coup. Okay.
Silent Coup and the Racket.
And the Racket. Okay.
Yeah.
Carry on. Okay, go ahead. Thank you for that. Go ahead.
Yeah, so what I understood, I think there's an echo coming around there somewhere.
Carry on.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So what I understood in his book, the big problem that we don't see is that corporations now, they rule the world. Not even governments. Forget about Joe Biden. Forget about Steinmeier, the Prime Minister of UK. Forget about Macron. These people, they're only doing what the corporations are telling them to do. The corporate investment in the world, the BPs and the Chaco, Chevron, and all sort of these companies, they produce all, they are the big bosses now. They actually tell these governments to go to any country they want to extract the resource, to go there and make war. So in actual fact, the big problem for Africa lies in agreements that we have done with the World Trade Organization. Our leaders are signing documents without reading.
Exactly.
And when they sign these documents, what they don't know is a trap. It's a big trap because they cannot do anything. Our leaders, they have their hand tied. They cannot do anything.
We'll be back
so
later.
the guy goes on showing a